Hey fellas, my name is Kizit and welcome to my humble abode. That's right, I got a new pad and it's not the cleanest, but with the exception of the asbestos, I think everything turned out pretty good. So, what are we talking about today, I hear you asking? Well, have I got a treat for you. Jerry, where's Jerry? Jerry, bring it over here! Thank you, Jerry.
Do you wanna hear about how the real world's a place for me?
Video Game High School. Admittedly, a pretty basic name, but things were simpler back in 2012.
Coronavirus!
I remember seeing my brother watching this show on YouTube when I was younger, so naturally I started watching it myself. I got to around the second season, and for whatever reason, just stopped watching. I was young, so I probably just saw Spider-Man 2 or something and never came back to watching. But a couple years later, I picked it back up when debating whether or not I should rewatch The Office for the 136th time or go to bed. I finished it about a week later, and that's what led us to now. You can probably already tell by the name what the show is about, but basically it takes place in the not-so-distant future where video games are so popular, people can attend elite video game high schools so they can go pro. We follow our protagonist Brian D and his friends Ted and Key and his girlfriend Jenny as they attend the school. I will admit in the first season it kind of seems like a basic Harry Potter ripoff, but there's just enough charm there, for me at least, to go ahead and continue watching. Then we get to season 2. If you want to avoid some spoilers, you can skip to this timestamp because I'm going to be spoiling some stuff. Holy shit, does season 2 blow season 1 out of the freaking water? This can't be fun Harry Potter ripoff turns into what feels like a genuine show backed by a huge studio. These next 2 seasons, I enjoyed more than half of the CW TV shows. In season 1, we got some little tiny peeks into each character's backstory, but in season 2, it really fleshes these characters out, and they feel genuine. We learn about Jenny's mother, and how she has been neglecting raising her because she's been too busy with her job. There's an episode where Jenny has to write a speech about how great her mom is, but she can't think of anything to write. I'm sure this stuff isn't the pinnacle of cinema, but it feels like a TV show. Now, if season 1 was campy fun and season 2 was on par with some other TV shows, then season 3 is genuine TV gold. They somehow managed to double down on the emotion while also continuing to balance it out with that same campy humor from the previous seasons. There's callback jokes to the first season.
Frank, you're safe!
I am, but America's not. Honey, hand over the launch codes. Tony, I'm gonna need your board. Is this thing live? America, listen to me very carefully. You are...
And then there's scenes where we see Ted mourn the loss of his abusive father.
Why does it hurt so much? Because he's your dad, man. And you loved him. That's stupid. No. Dad, it was stupid that he didn't love you.
We see these characters deal with peer pressure, breakups, and growing up. You might be asking why I keep comparing this show by saying it feels like an actual TV show. Well, the reason I say that is because this entire series was a crowdfunded web series created by Freddie Wong and his friends. If you don't know who Freddie Wong is, you might know him by some of his work. He has a channel on YouTube called Rocket Jump and is known for making high quality skits, but anyways, that's what amazes me about this show. It wasn't backed by a huge studio. A couple of people on the internet asked for some money, and then they just cranked out what is now one of my favorite TV shows. When I finished it, I had to lay in my bed for a couple hours and just take all of it in. Sure, not every joke lands. Some of the scenes feel dated, but that is all overshadowed by the good parts. These people had the complete freedom to make exactly the show they wanted, and it works so well. They didn't have a studio breathing down their necks to make 3 more seasons. They got to end it the way they wanted to. Why am I telling you this? Why am I making an entire video about some web series from 2012? I'm telling you because this show has a message to share. In my first commentary, I told you guys the importance of storytelling and how we need stories to survive. In my Daredevil video, I talked about how that show made me want to make awesome stories. It inspired me to want to entertain people. Well, if Daredevil made me want to make stories, VGHS made me realize I could do it. It made me realize that that goal was attainable. So that's what this video is about. I feel like there's a serious amount of untapped potential for storytelling on this platform. I hope to see people realize that they can make amazing stories with just them and a camera or a pencil. So yeah, that was VGHS. I gotta get back to making the next video, so I'll see you around. Bye guys.
Jerry, get this thing out of my face!